Welcome, everybody. Today, we're going to speak about a subject that I love, and we're going to speak about how to help our children feel better when they have an accident or when they get sick, and specifically how to take care of them in a natural way. And I have with me somebody, one of our leaders in the company, and she has a lot of experience in the subject too, because she also has two little kids, and we spend most of our time kissing boo-boos and helping kids that get sick because they're already starting to go to school. Our company was actually founded in 1930 by that gentleman that you see over there. His name is Ulrich Justrich, and he was a pioneer in herbal therapy. So all of our products are going to be natural and based on herbs. We have more than 90 years in history, and we have our plant, or our main plant is located in Switzerland in a little town that is called Walsenhausen. Now we have another plant that is located in Argentina. So we have two manufacturing plants in the whole world, and still our main one is in Switzerland, and the company now is still a private company. It's still in the hands of the same family, of the third generation of the family, and we are in over 35 countries around the world. So we have grown a lot in the last 90 years, but we have a lot of experience. Today we're going to speak about kids. And kids, by nature, they're very curious, they're very active, and therefore they're prone to have accidents. But we want to take care of them in a natural way. We don't want to give them something that can make them even worse. So today we're going to speak about all of those natural products that can help your kids in a very easy way and very fast and effective way. So we're going to start with one. That do your kids get sometimes hurt when they're playing, or they wake up at night and have an earache, which is very common, or have a toothache that is very common? So the product that I'm going to show you now, the products that I'm going to talk to you about now, are specifically for that, for any pain in their ears, for any pain that they can have at their tooth, blisters that they can get with fever, or dry, chapped lips, and it can help them also when they cut themselves and they have a bruise, they scrape themselves and they have scratches. And it's the tea tree and rosalina essential oil. And the tea tree and rosalina oil is a natural antiseptic, and it's a disinfectant. It is an anti-inflammatory, and it's also analgesic. That way, it can help any kids when they have earaches, or if they have an infection on their ear, or if they have any toothache and they have an infection on their tooth. And also it helps protect them when they cut themselves and they have that scratch, because it's going to be that disinfectant and anti-inflammatory, and it's going to give that analgesic effect. It is really a wonderful product because you can use it in so many different ways, and it comes in two formats. It comes in the essential oil, and it also comes in a cream version. So you have them to use for different usage depending on what you want to do. Like I mentioned before, it's great and wonderful for scratches, for superficial wounds when they scrap their knees or they scrap their elbows, for blisters, for earaches. It's amazing for earaches and also for toothaches. So how are we going to use it? Now I'm going to give my the microphone to the expert on telling you how are you going to use it.
Okay, so yeah, we use tea tree a lot in my house. I have a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old here at home. So we have lots of bumps and bruises and scrapes right now. And I know my daughters are always really concerned about if it's going to hurt when I have to take care of their boo-boos, right? They're always like, oh, but is it going to sting? Is it going to hurt? And it doesn't. So that's the great thing. We always, when they get a scrape, we wash it out with soap and water. And then I grab my tea tree essential oil, and I just dab a little bit on like a cotton ball and just gently dab it on their cuts or scrapes. And what I love about it is that it helps them start healing much faster. So we are back to normal, up and running much sooner than we normally would be. And it also is going to help keep it clean so that we're not dealing with infections later. And my girls love it because it doesn't hurt. So when we put it on their skin, it's neutral on their skin and it doesn't sting or burn. I luckily, knock on wood, we have not had very many earaches in our house lately. but we do use that a little bit like on a warm compress, where you would take a warm compress with just a drop or two of the oil and hold it behind their ear. Keep in mind, if they do get like an ear infection, we're still saying, like, we do still take them to the doctor to get that checked out. But a lot of times we find out that they have an ear infection in the middle of the night. And so this is a great thing to have on hand, where you're going to help them get relief right away at home before you can take them in to see their doctor. One other thing that we use it for a lot, I have the cream, the tea tree cream, which is nice because the aroma is a little bit more neutral on this one. Tea tree has a strong herbal aroma. And if your kids are really sensitive to aromas, check out the cream because it's a lot more neutral and it's already in cream format to apply right to their skin. But my little one, my I'm squirting it out. My 2.5-year-old, or no, my almost 2-year-old has like dermatitis in between her little tiny toes. Because she just really keeps them pinched close together all the time. And so I have to wash them often and keep them dry. And then we apply tea tree cream in between her toes, and that helps them stay happy, because otherwise she's very uncomfortable with that. And her pediatrician says, keep it dry, keep it clean. And then this is our natural remedy for keeping her comfortable as well. So those are my main uses of tea tree. Oh, I can't hear. I think you're on mute still.
Yes, it was on mute. For me, tea tree has been also a lifesaver because my daughter didn't get many earaches, but my son, yes. My son gets a lot of ear infections. So what we do when it happens in the middle of the night and you cannot reach the doctor, of course, at that moment, and they're not going to give you a medication at that moment, antibiotics at that moment, we do the same. We do either a warm compress or massaging behind their ears, and that helps him calm down, and it gets disinfected a lot faster than if you use only the antibiotics or if you have to wait for the antibiotics. So for me, tea tree is amazing. So if you have one of those kids that is prone to accidents and scrapes himself a lot and has a lot of scratches, you need this. The code for the oil, it is 1043, and for the bigger oil is 4110. And for the cream, that way you can apply it in bigger, bigger areas, is 5548 for the 30 ml, for the 30 grams, and 4111 for the biggest one for the 60 grams. That is really, really worth it. Now, so we're almost done, and I hope that you're enjoying this. And I just want to talk to you about the 3 ways that you can connect with us finishing this presentation. Number 1, if you want to be like us, you can be a consultant, and that way you can share the well-being to other people that you know, or you can be a host, and that way you can get products for free. And if you want to be a host, talk to your consultant and let them know or ask them, how can you be a host and how can you get products for free? And it would be hosting one of these spas, and you can choose the theme that you want to speak to. We don't only have spas or events speaking about kids, but you can choose any of these themes that you see, like aromatherapy or love and care or a stress-free life. Is up to you. And finally, last but not least, you can be a customer if you like any of the products, and if you wrote the codes, please make sure that you go to your consultant and you get it from them. And if they give you their website, make sure that you have the name of your consultant when you log into your phone or through your computer, that you have the name of your consultant on the top left part, and that way you will be able to get all of these wonderful products. So I